Hi everyone, Indigo Twin here. Hope we're all had a great week. It's been an interesting week, lots of energies going on, and I'm here today for your weekly reading for the week beginning 28th of November. Hard to believe it's November already, oh my gosh. And of course, those of you who just come off Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up and Hanukkah, lots of celebrations coming up. So the reading I've got this week is for those of you, and first of all, look, let me just thank everybody for your subscriptions, for your messages, for your emails, for choosing to do readings with me. I am just overwhelmed and filled with love because it's been great since I began this journey of putting out my messages to the world and to the collective twin flame divine soul partnerships, soul readings. So yeah, it's really, really good. So a lot of things have been happening in my life, but I'm sure you don't want to hear about that. But a lot of good things, a lot of positive changes. So I'm feeling big shifts and big changes. I know a lot of people around me who I know are feeling big shifts and changes as well. So we're really coming into a time where we need to just be, who we are and be who we came here to be. So anyway, let's move on. I will have a message at the end of this reading for you, so a bit of a surprise that I'm going to sort of put out there. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? So for those of you who are just joining, my layout is basically I look at the divine masculine down here, the divine feminine, the divine union, how the message from the masculine towards the union, message from the feminine towards the union, and then of course I have another card that sort of sums up the overall reading. So let's move on. Now, for those of you who've been with me for a while, you're probably starting to recognize the cards and what they mean. But of course, with every reading, the cards, where they fall in each reading will give us a different interpretation. Then, of course, it's also what I receive from spirit and the messages that I get around it. So this reading, it's not. It's very different. It's very different. Lots of nice energies. Most of them are nice energies. Actually, all of it is nice energy. So much like last week's. Last week's was a great reading. Lots of lovely energies around. So this week is very similar to that. So let's just go back into where we're at and what is it that we are doing. So what are the masculines doing? All right, the masculine at the moment, we have the crook and flower over there. The crook and flower, very symbolic. Okay, what does that represent? Well, it represents things. Well, it's very symbolic because it's an old Egyptian symbolism. You'll see most of the pharaohs and goddesses who are depicted with the crook and flail. So it does. I mean, I won't go into sort of other things that it does, but it does mean the pharaoh's authority. What does this mean in this reading? It talks about self-discipline. So the masculine energies are really about self-discipline and mastering the ego. This is what this card is all about. So working on mastering the ego. I believe this has come up in the feminine readings quite often in the last, quite a bit actually. So it has come up. So let's go on. What are they telling me? There's something, taking responsibility and overcoming life's problems. Taking responsibility, mastering the ego. Okay, So, whereby we've actually, in the past, the masculine, we've very much the message of the last month, probably last 2 months, has been that the masculine energies have really been working a lot behind the scenes in the 5D. So what they're telling me is that what's happening now is that the 5D masculine self is coming into the 3D and mastering the 3D's ego. Yay, let's celebrate, have a party, great. That's the message. The strong message that I got here is that the spirit is coming down, that with the 5D masculine are bringing their knowledge from the 5D down to the 3D in order to master that ego. So it might mean that for a time the masculines will step back, okay, because they need that time to step back in order to master the ego. And a lot of you light workers know how important it is to step back when you actually have to master those energies. It's a lot of purging. It's a big process. It's really just looking at what it is. I know my 5D. So on a subconscious level, they know where they want to be. They know they want to be here. But the 3D, still a little bit uncertain of taking the final steps. So this is a very, very good card to come up this week. The next card I get for the masculines is the water. Now, of course, the water... Oh, pardon me. Wow. It's a bit warm here today, actually. So it's very warm. It's very hot. We've got a few fires burning in the air. So got a bit of, sneezes there. So my apologies. Let's move on to the water card here. Now, the water card, of course, the water is the son of Horus. Horus, of course, the all-seeing eye. So the water card represents emotions, fluidity. This is quite a deep card. It's interesting that it actually comes through just after this mastering the ego, because presently, for the most part of this week, the masculines will be reflecting a lot on life. As well as mastering their ego, they're reflecting a lot on life. Things are changing for them, big changes. It suggests that there could be travel across water, which is great. So, but travel across water, exploring deep unconscious. And it's all about the ebbs and flows of life. So this to and froing. What we're doing, okay? Where are we going from here? What are we doing? Pulling this down to get here. So, as I said, and what came through from Spirit was that the masculine may pull back. Okay, I'm not going to use the typical twin flame term of running, because it's not running. He needs to just step back, because there's a lot going on, a lot of downloads from his 5D self. So this is where he needs to step back. So please don't, if you've had some fantastic contact of recent times, which last week's card would have suggested, please allow him that space. You'll do him great service. If you need to connect with him, send him a loving message. Even if you give it a couple of days, say, hi honey, hi baby, whatever you're calling him, just wanted to say hi, let you know I'm thinking of you, hope you're great. And that's it. Simple, really simple. Keep it really simple this week. We need it, because this is what he's working towards. My absolute favourite card. The Ankh. The key to life, the life force, love, everything. This is one of the ultimate twin flame cards in this spread, in this deck of cards. It's the power of the gods to unlock doors to the life force. A lot of energy is coming there, a lot of emotional love. It is a dawning of the new state of awareness. It's enlightenment. It is coming into something wonderful. This to this. Simply amazing energies for the masculine to have this week. Lots of revelations. Again, they're telling me, just be careful. Just be mindful. If you are angry, then you need to step back. And you need to step right back and purge. And I know I sound like a school teacher or a parent. Have been both. So, but I'm also here for you. So, feminines, really allow this to happen, because this is what you're concentrating on this week. You are concentrating on the union. Any healing, any clearing that you do on a 5D level, on the 3D level, is towards your twin. So at all times, loving, pure, light energy towards your masculine counterpart. Do not fall back into ego. We've come too far to let this go. This is where your focus is, the twins. Really focus on this journey. Focus on mission. Focus on the two of you. That is important. That is the strongest message that I am getting through right now. Clear, heal. It's great, because whilst the masculine is mastering ego and coming into this beautiful place, you are helping him along the way. So keep up the healing work. These cards are great. Actually, these cards are really good. Uraeus. We've talked about Uraeus before. Uraeus is, of course, it's the serpent. He's there's insight. He reminds me of the Hierophant in the normal tarot deck. Okay, so he's the sage, the wise sage. So there's permanence in this card. Okay, there is permanence. We know that we're on this journey. However, it is a warning to the feminines. Notice how the serpent's head is turning away from the masculine. That is because your focus needs to be here as well. Send the healing energy. It's suggesting careful and wise handling of any situation and planning behind the scenes. Uraeus energies need to be used with care. Do not ask for too much. Just be. Okay, because it also is a card that outwits any adversaries. Now, I know that's what that means, outwitting adversaries. Okay, in the sense, there are a lot of twins who actually are still connected to soulmate relationships. So in a sense, you could say that that's your adversary, because they're a blockage towards your union. If you stay in this place of love, divine feminines, these karmic relationships, these soulmate relationships, that what I'm getting strongly is that the masculine are still attached to, will dissolve. Okay? You are healing your divine masculine counterpart. Do not fall into a place of ego where you're sending harsh energy to their existing soulmate partners. Do not. That's what they're telling me. Focus on the divine partnership. It may not be your time to come together yet, but it will be, as long as you stay in a place of love and peace. Then you will get to union. Because right down here we have the Thoth card, which of course is like I call the Kundalini card. That's the twinning of life. It's the twinning of life. There are the two. There, look, interestingly enough, I'll pull that closer. Look at that. Look at that energies. Look at the two serpents looking at each other. Sorry. Look at the sun and the wings. Look at that energy. Isn't it amazing that the masculine and the feminine both have these? I don't believe we've had them like this in a spread since I've been on here. That is what you are working towards. So let's explain. We know that that's the Catechus, but he is the keeper of the Thoth, is the keeper of the Akashic records. It is about divine timing, healing of the soul. Kundalini Balance. Okay, there's some great Kundalini meditation exercises available on the web on YouTube. Work on those because that is going to help your twin, your divine masculine counterpart, to step that much closer into union. Now, as far as the union goes, things are surely moving. We have the air card. The air card is about clearing away the cobwebs. It is communication, it is travel, it is intellect. In the higher realms, there is spiritual communication going on. So a great exercise to do is also talk to your spirit guides. Ask that your spirit guides and your twin spirit guides to actually align themselves as well, because often they can come out of alignment. So really pull in your team and really bring your two teams together to work towards a common purpose. This is what this is all about. Next card, Nethys. This is Isis' sister. We've come across Nethys before. So she is the hidden one. She's all about mysticism, receptivity, tranquility, reservedness. This is a beautiful. She is the absolute, the chalice. The chalice is here. Fill that chalice with love. This is what her message is to you. Fill your chalice with love. Fill it with love. Take it into your heart. This is what she represents. Very beautiful card. It also talks about that's not yet realized. It is very deeply spiritual. It's all about lifting the conscious mind above worldly stress into more peace. It's a very beautiful collective card to have right here in the center of the union, because that's what our mission is all about. That's what it's about. And now, the last card for the divine union is the Cyrus card. For those of you who've been with me for a while, I love the Cyrus card. I love all these cards. I would have to say the twins, the Thoth, the Ankh, Nethys, Cyrus. Beautiful. All my favourite cards. They are my favourite. And they are all very much twin cards. What does Cyrus represent? Cyrus is universal awareness. That's what Cyrus represents. It's the obelisk, the five-pointed star, the sacred star of the ancients. It is a fabulous card to come up this week, because it is saying to us that the adventure, the pioneering, the stamina towards this union is really coming through. The energies, the combined energies are blessed with this pioneering spirit and adventure. There's a lot of breadth of vision happening here, and also as I've mentioned before, the Cyrus card speaks about deprogramming the brain of limiting beliefs. It says, go out there, look towards the stars, look towards the heavens. There are your answers. Know that we are coming into a beautiful time on this universe, and that the more loving and gentle and caring you are to others, the more you will receive. Be open to receive, is what this is telling me. Open the mind, open the heart. Be loving. If someone's hurt you, it is time. We've just gone through, well, we haven't down in Australia, but Thanksgiving. Be thankful. Show gratitude. If there's any disagreements that you've had with people in recent times, it's time to mend fences. It's time. And if you can't, if you feel that they're not in a place yet to receive your love, then do it on a spiritual level. Send them your love. They'll feel it. They may not be open fully to receive it as yet, but they will get there. Okay? Don't give up. Don't give up on the union. Don't give up on all those other people. It is all about clearing all that which no longer serves you and rising above it and coming into this mission that we have been brought here to do. Beautiful message. So, what is the divine masculine? What's his message towards the union? Grounding. So great that it should come just after water and all about emotions. It's the earth. Of course, the earth talks about, there's practicality. Let's just face it. This card is practicality. So the masculine is, whilst he's doing this is all about this mastering of ego. He's now working towards the practicalities. What are the practicalities? What do I need to do? What do I need to work on? What are the possibilities? What are the options? It could be that your twin is on the other side of the world. Perhaps they're weighing up. What if I made a move towards her? How would it play out? What would I do for work? Could I find this similar sort of work? Okay, so they have not still got into this place where they are trusting that whatever happens when they do this for love, that it will all fall into place. I'm going to say that again. At the moment, the masculines are still not quite in the place where they have full trust towards their twin, okay? Because there's still the practicalities in life. Once they let go of those practicalities and master the ego, then they'll be there. But the feminine needs to allow them to do that. It's a lot going on. It's positive, it's good. So let's see, what's the feminine portraying? Wow, divine love. Osiris, the divine himself, looking towards the union. It's protected. The union is divinely protected. You as the feminine energies call upon. He's the Lord of Light. He's the highest. There's wisdom in that. There are gentle energies. Use your gentleness towards this. Remember, this is a very gentle card. Okay, this is a very gentle energy. Gentle energy towards the union, towards the masculine. Very gentle. Do not go harsh, because I'll tell you what, this serpent will come back and bite you. Gentle. This is very spiritually uplifting. So they're telling me, do a lot of 5D work. Not a lot. That's the wrong term to use. Do your healing work. Do it on a 5D level. Remember to always heal towards your twin and also towards any other people. I'm getting strongly that this is a time that you need to either cut ties, or build bridges. So let's move on. Ta, he's the patron of men. Interesting that the patron of men card should come up as an overarching. It is card number 8, by the way, and I love number 8. 8 is my number and my twin's number. We're both actually, in numerology, we're both 8 numbers. And of course, 8 carries a lot of symbolism around. Of course, we've got the infinity symbol, and actually, I don't know if you can see that. I have a ring that is the infinity symbol. So that is my union symbol that I carry with me every day. It goes on no matter what. So this is about work. The card number 8, the Ta, which is the patron of men, is about working towards. So he's the architect of the universe. The architect of the universe is right there with us, guiding us to complete union, to this universal awareness. This is what Ta is doing. Remember, yes, there is masculinity about it, which is a good card. It's not in a bad way at all, because we are looking at building. So the Ta, of course, the Mason symbol, is talking about evolutionary journeys back to the source of the soul and how they advance through life. That's what it's about, and how they advance through their many experiences and learning each lesson. Because when we learn the lessons that we've actually planned and brought to ourselves, when we learn those lessons, this is where we start moving into, and this is where we start, what those lessons will help shape our character. So it's a very good card. We're identifying with our psyche, our 5D selves, and moving to source. Okay, remember also that the Ta card represents the bricks in the spiritual foundations. Okay, this represents the bricks. This is this grounding, this bringing this source, this high energy light, bringing it down to the ground and building those spiritual foundations. So it's constructing our temple of life. Our temple is, let's grab this, the Merkaba. There's this beautiful rose quartz Merkaba that I have here. That's our temple. That's where we are. Okay, we're building our temple of love, and we're radiating those energies throughout the world. It's beautiful. As we've had some beautiful, beautiful readings in the last few weeks. Now, as I do all the time, I'm going to call upon Goddess Isis to help give us some guidance in some healing practices that we should be working on towards the week. So I'll just shuffle those cards. Now, they're, of course, the Alana Fairchild Isis Oracle. So let's just focus in. I'll just tune into Isis. And we have a jumper. Beautiful. Look at this card. It's the Ankh and the winged disc. Beautiful, beautiful card. And I'm sorry, there's a bit of a reflection there. But that is an amazing card to come up. The Mother of Life. It is beautiful. We've got some gorgeous energies here. Beautiful energies. Let's just relax now whilst I go, and apologies, now my voice is going. It must be the smoke that's outside. Let's move into a nice peaceful place, because the Mother in life is about nourishment of the golden grain mother. We can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know that this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or habit that may have been comfortable but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the mother of life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. Wow, how accurately does that sum up what I've been saying? Be open to receive and give love. So I read on. Isis is known as the sustainer of life, able to restore, nourish, and bring to life that which has been cast aside or lost, that which you have considered beyond repair, a lost cause or deadened. There are parts of your life, beloved initiate, that are ready to receive more life. You will be able to recognize this in any discomfort that you are currently experiencing in your life. Discomfort and unfamiliarity is where life is attempting to break through to you, to reach through the walls that you may have once created to protect yourself, but that now you need to either climb over, demolish, or at least open up with some doors and windows. The tricky part is that most often we don't consciously realize that we are not living. It is not until we start to live more trustingly that it becomes obvious that we once were hiding ourselves from life. And that life force here. Life is calling you to partake more so of her gifts of experience. This oracle brings encouragement and guidance for you to learn skills and practices that nourish you and your community. You have the Divine Mother within you. How shall you offer nourishment through her? It might be through cooking, through learning to be more present in your body and taking time to express your feelings or reality, or it might be through taking a dance or yoga class. Spending time in nature or with animals, for example. Have you been thinking of joining a class or group? Learning a new hobby or skill? The oracle of the Mother of Life is confirming that you are on the right track, so keep open to opportunities and further instincts about pursuing these matters, and know that if you are a bit worried that it is a stretch for you, then it is even more likely you are on the right track. Stay connected to your heart and give yourself permission to grow. This oracle also brings guidance that new people, places, and things will enrich your life in the near future. And if you have been praying for freshness, inspiration, and more fun, know that your intuitions and urges to reach out and act in new ways are part of how your prayers are being answered now. The Mother of Life oracle also asks for patience. In the same way that there is growth cycle required before a child can become an adult and tap into the energy of the mother within to nourish him or herself, so too do certain life phases require patience as they mature. As you journey into the new life seeking you, you will need to be patient as you learn and grow. You will eventually become very comfortable with that, which at first is distinctly uncomfortable. It just takes time, patience, not running away, and being present with yourself, just like the Mother of Life who never leaves you. She is always waiting for your return to her embrace as you open to the new unfoldment of experience in your life. Okay, so now we'll move on to the ritual, which is the ritual with the Mother of Life. Okay, so let's move into our place. You may like to light some candles or do the ritual in a softly lit room without strong sunlight or absolute darkness. Rest quietly in a space where you will not be disturbed, preferably sitting or lying with your spine relatively straight, and close your eyes or rest them lightly half open with the sense of gazing inwards and having soft focus as your eyes gaze slightly downwards and in front of you. Visualize or sense that within your heart there is a beautiful golden light that extends until it becomes an endless field of golden grain wafting lightly in the breeze under a clear blue sky. The grain is almost ready to harvest, and the light seems sun-kissed and golden. There is warmth and a pleasant, earthy scent in the air, and warmth on your skin that is neither too hot nor too cool. You can sense yourself walking or resting amongst the golden fields of grain, feeling the bounty, peace and life. You become aware of a golden woman gazing down at you from the sky. Her dress is the grain, her hands are the winds, gently caressing your face and hair, and her eyes are the sun and the moon. You feel great love. Imagine in that state of connection with the Mother of Life, you can breathe in deeply and breathe out and release through your breath any fear, doubt or attachment, even any of your history that would prevent you from really opening up to live more fully into all parts of your being now. Your body, your sexuality, your spirituality, your creativity, your intuitive and inspirational mind, and so on. Just breathe in and let go as you breathe out. Imagine the gentle breeze of the Mother of Life sweeping away that which you release and replenishing you with her unconditional love. When you are ready, open your eyes and fully and breathe in and out. Be aware of your body. Breathe in, breathe out. And now, repeat after me. I call to the Blessed Mother of Life. Gift me with boldness, courage and love. Help me let go of the past. Help me surrender the ways I have shrunk back from life. To protect and hide parts of me that were hard to deal with. Let me know the fullness of life, love, and acceptance of myself and others. Let me just be with you without pretense or hiding. Help me grow joyfully and be myself in the world. I accept your help in unconditional love now. Life flows through me full and unique. So be it. What a beautiful card to come up in light of today's reading. Wow. All I can say right now is that have a blessed, beautiful week. Live in light, live in love. I love you all. I look forward to seeing you next week. And yes, I did mention there will be a follow-up video coming either later today or tomorrow. Anyway, just stay tuned. That'll come as soon as I can get it uploaded. For now, I send you my love and blessings. Have a beautiful week. Bye for now.